And welcome back to Good News. So, what's been happening? Well, here's a tip. If you're going to be interviewed on TV, careful where you place the microphone. Is it me, or does this guy really sound like Kermit the Frog?
How do you evaluate that?
Right. Well, you know, I mean, the state is going through a complete reformation of the criminal justice system. If we look back at the last year's or the current year's budget.
It's incredible, isn't it? Over on BBC South East, this lady wins my award for Fake Laugh of the Week.
There was hardly any time to really think about it, to be honest. Just, you know, started growing the beard, really.
All right, good to talk to you. Can you see it?
Okay, don't ever touch me! Don't ever touch me! Finally, this lady has to be the filthiest news reporter ever. Is it me? Or is she miming a blowjob?
My son was teething. He used to like to take the big fat rubber end of my vibrating toothbrush and put it in his mouth and he'd just kind of sit there like, oh yeah, that feels good. That hits the spot. My gums are itchy.
The big political news was, of course, this.
The Queen and dignitaries from around the world have attended the ceremonial funeral of Baroness Thatcher.
Her coffin was taken from the Palace of Westminster this morning through the streets of London.
And a funeral with full military honours for Britain's first female Prime Minister.
Some people were sad.
It's always very sad when people die. That was just... She was somebody special.
Some people, not so sad.
Thatcher is dead! 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 She's dead!
Wouldn't it be great if she came back to life just to piss him off? Luckily, the news interviewed a sweet old granny. I wonder what she had to say.
Don't you think she did any good? Not a bit of good. Not a bit. I put a stake through her heart and garlic around her neck to make sure she never come back.
Holy shit, it's Frankie Boyle's nan! Well, it's fair to say Thatcher was a divisive woman. The right loved her because she transformed the economy and reduced the stranglehold of the trade unions, whereas the left hated her because she ruined communities and condemned many to abject poverty. Or, to put it in teenage speak...
Some people are like, oh, she's great, and some people are like, oh, she sucks.
Cheers, teenage boy. Now we all understand. Why do you think he's bad? Have a look at Channel 4's coverage. They weren't afraid to focus on the big issues of Thatcher's reign.
You were very close to her. I mean, I remember the stories that she cooked omelettes for you upstairs in the flat.
My recollection is they were shepherd's pies.
And her apple crumble was the bollocks.
Still, wittering on about cooking is nothing. Did you see CNN's coverage of all the photos they could have selected to illustrate this story? Look at the one they went with.
Lady Thatcher, the Iron Lady, has died at the age of 87. British reports say that
it was insane. Shall we show her with the Queen? Nah. I've got just the photo. Some people were so overjoyed with her death, they had death parties. Thousands attended places like Durham and Glasgow. Fair to say, it didn't exactly kick off here.
There's currently a street party in Barker's Pool. Our political editor, Len Tingle, is there.
Where's everyone else? One of the oddest details about this story is what she was doing before she passed away. She was watching dog videos on the internet. It's kind of hard to imagine, isn't it? Mind you, what a great way to go. I can't think of a better way to die than watching this. Elsewhere in the news, Justin Bieber's been acting like a twat.
The Canadian pop star Justin Bieber has caused outrage with comments he made at the Anne Frank Museum in Amsterdam. The singer wrote in the guest book that Anne was a great girl, hopefully she would have been a belieber.
I suppose he didn't write, It's great to finally visit the home of the world hide-and-seek champion. Imagine him at the Black History Museum. Dear Martin Luther King, I had the dream too. It was about a frog who was really bouncy. She would have been a believer. I must have missed a bit in her diary when she went, oh, if I survive this awful war, I have one dream. I'd love to meet a man who looks like a chipmunk and wears trousers that make him look like he's done a massive shit. That's the dream. Surely believers are more likely to be Nazis. Think about it. They worship a short bloke who talks bollocks and can't grow a proper moustache. They've got nothing in common. Here's what Anne Frank's diary looks like. And here's Justin Bieber's. Now, for Bieber, to the threat of nuclear war, it's all kicking off in Korea.
Tension on the Korean peninsula is running at dangerous levels.
Kim Jong-un is seen as a loose cannon by the West, but no one can really second-guess how this crisis will play out.
North Korea said it's planning to fire another missile over the Pacific Ocean, possibly as early as tomorrow.
Are you worried about nuclear threats? Me neither. I've seen their rockets. They've got nothing. Literally nothing. Check out their binoculars. Their leader, Kim Jong-un, has threatened to start a nuclear war, but no one's worried, are we? He's like the mad kid at school that just makes things up. They got missiles and rockets, and they got a flying monkey that's got lasers for eyes, and my dog is made of marshmallows, and when it barks, it fires sweets that haven't even been invented yet, and my dad's so cool he wheezes Coca-Cola. He calls himself the supreme leader. That doesn't make him sound scary. Makes him sound like a pizza. He's such an oddball. Do you know he cuts his own hair? What, with a fucking rock? Another thing, have you noticed in every news report, he's always looking through binoculars?
With the situation close to thermonuclear war, foreigners in South Korea should evacuate. But if North Korea's European-educated leader is trying to scare them, it doesn't seem to have worked.
He always looks really confused at the end. It's always that moment where he goes... And I think I know why he's pulling that face. Place North Korea. It's like something out of 1984. The people are brainwashed, terrified. Every time you see them on the news, they've clearly been forced to say something against their will.
우리의 최고도의 상징을 먹어가려더니 이 폭격을 참을 수가 없습니다.
I've actually got hold of a machine which tells you what they're really thinking.
먹는 죽은놈들이 우리의 최고도의 상징을 먹어가려더니 이 폭격을 참을 수가 없습니다. 우리를 교육하는 담당자로서 우리 청소년 학생들과 함께 만난 의지가 있다면 자그마한 전쟁의 폭격을
우리 공화되고 못 떨어내고 헛되고 힘들냐고 다시 손을 들고 다시 있고 무엇이 손을 문체 정례를 여전히가 알겠습니다.
Oh, I like that. Have you seen their military propaganda videos? They're ridiculous. They're full of things they can't possibly do. Leaping, jumping, leaping through fire. It's true. Take a look at these. Mind you, we've all done propaganda videos. You should see the trailer for Good News that I wanted to show. Over in America, some shocking news about a teacher.
A California middle school teacher has been placed on leave after school administrators found out she is a hardcore porn star.
The teacher is a porn star. Good day at school, the best ever. What did you learn? So much. Did you see how she got caught?
Some of her students were looking at dirty movies online and saw their science teacher.
Oh, woman. Imagine trying to control that class now. Why haven't you done your homework? Because I was staring at your clunge all night. Flapping it about like no one cares. So are the parents disgusted? Oh no, check out this hound.
She's a really good teacher.
So cold! How creepy does he sound?
She's a really good teacher. I don't even have kids. But I know a good teacher when I see one sucking dick.
Mind you, if you think porn stars teaching kids is a shocking story, it's got nothing on the horror going on in British schools. Finally! They've done something about this!
A school in Essex has banned triangular flapjacks, saying they're too dangerous. Dinner staff at Castleview School in Canby Island were told to cut the treat into squares or rectangles after a pupil was hit in the face by a flying flapjack.
So ridiculous. In America, kids like AK-47. Over here, Mr. Kipling. Flapjacks. When this kid's bragging outside school, I got suspended. What for? I was eating a flapjack that weren't shaped like an oblong. I didn't give a fuck. So, school's really changed. When I was at school, bullies gave you dead legs, Chinese burns. Now they're giving you snacks. How does that work? You better watch out, Howard, or you'll get a taste of my mum's delicious Madeira cake. I wouldn't want to be you halfway through geography. You is going to have a well-bad sugar crash. So I bet the parents thought this story was ridiculous, right?
Clearly, this is a very dangerous implement that should be locked away and kept out of the way of children, because obviously there's going to be quite a few injuries with something as dangerous as that.
It's a fucking flapjack! To be honest, I think they should be less worried about flapjacks and more worried about who their new PE teacher is. There's so many stories like this in England, though. Have you seen what's happening in Swindon?
They've been painting the town yellow in the last few days to stop drivers parking in Swindon's back streets and alleyways.
Well, wait till you see the latest one they have painted. This is now a no parking zone, even though you couldn't drive down it.
It's so pointless. It's like putting up a sign on the M6 that says, please do not play Jenga in the fast lane. Do you know what I feel sorry for? People who get pissed and fall asleep on the road. The big football news was, of course, this.
Luis Suarez has apologised tonight for biting Chelsea's Branislav Ivanovic during their match at Anfield.
Midway through the second half of Liverpool's Premier League match against Chelsea, Suarez, seemingly unprovoked, appears to bite Chelsea defender Branislav Ivanovic.
Everyone's gone mental. He's an animal. He should be deported. Come on, it's a one-off. It's not like he's ever done this before.
He was banned for 7 matches for biting an opponent's shoulder whilst playing for Ajax.
OK, once, but...
You should be aware Russell Howard supports Liverpool Football Club, and as a result he suffers from a condition called Suarez blindness, which means he loves him so much he will often talk complete bollocks.
He wasn't biting him. He was giving him a kiss. Ivanovic, he probably smeared himself in reggae sauce. He wasn't biting him. He was doing an impression of a vampire. He loves him. That's what you do in Uruguay when you love someone. You people don't understand. When you and I see Ivanovic, we see this. Poor Luis Suarez sees this. He can't help it. Luis Suarez is a saint. He runs a soccer camp in America that teaches underprivileged kids how to play. And I bet they love it. Oh, for fuck's sake! Mind you, it's definitely going to change the halftime adverts.
All right, Russ. All right, Russ, Mundo. Check out these odds. 6-1, Suarez to stab her granny. 10-1, Suarez to start a nuclear war. 300-1, Torres to school.
Now, this is the part of the show I genuinely don't know anything about. There's going to be a mystery guest who's been in the news, and I have to figure out who that person is. So, please welcome my mystery guest! Hey, man. Lovely. You look like you're in a hollowed-out polar bear bollock. Can I sit in mine?
Of course you can.
Thanks, man. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Isn't it comfy in there?
It's really comfortable.
What's your name?
My name's Andy Dunlop.
Andy, nice to meet you, man. And you've got some medals there. Can I have a look at the medals? Do you mind?
Yeah.
The medals, I notice, have got chickens on them.
They have.
Which implies either you are criminally insane or you are very good at looking after chickens.
Yep.
Is that what you do? Do you look after chickens?
I do look after chickens. I've got a cockerel and 9 wives who are all called Beryl.
He's got 9 wives?
Yep.
That's all right. Are they actually married? Have you done little sort of chicken weddings?
Yeah, they've all been married properly.
Have they really?
Oh, yes.
That's right. Were you dressed as a vicar and you did the service?
No.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You literally got with him. So, is that why you've been in the news? Because you're...
No.
Okay.
It's not because of chicken weddings. It's because I'm an international sportsman.
You're an international sportsman? Okay. Do you throw chickens?
No.
Catch?
No.
Compete against?
No. Shall I give you my job title?
I would very much like that, yes.
I'm the world president of the World Egg Throwing Federation.
Wow. And how far could you fling an egg?
Well, personally, I can't throw one very far because I've got an old tossing injury. The world record for throwing and catching an egg is held by the Dutch couple of Schmink and Visser, who can throw and catch a raw egg without breaking it 69.5 metres.
Wow. Are they here tonight?
No.
Lazy bastards. Probably at home making a frigging porno. Here's a question for you. Does it not really piss off the chickens? I presume I've not ever laid an egg myself, but I imagine it takes something out of you. You know, they make a hell of a noise. Like, fucking egg! And then you come along and go, cheers for that. It's looking good one. Lay another one. No, I don't want to lay another one. So why are you in the news exactly? Do you mind if I ask?
I don't mind at all. I was the team captain of England, who went to India, and we beat the Indians at Russian egg roulette.
Russian egg roulette. That's worth a round of applause. So, what kind of egg-based fun are we going to have?
We're going to show you some of the games that we play at the World Championships.
Yes, let's egg off.
OK, Russell, you've got 6 eggs in front of you.
Yes.
5 of them are hard-boiled, 1's raw. You've got to distinguish which one it is without touching it. The first egg you touch, you've got to use. And to prove it's the hard-boiled egg, you've got to smash it onto your own forehead. Now, the way we operate this at the height of the World Egg Throwing Championships is we use Reiki. Have you heard of Reiki?
I have, yeah.
OK, that's where you can feel the life force.
Use it to get rid of the levies.
You can use it. You can use Reiki to identify the life force by placing your hand above the egg and feeling round to see which one's got the life force coming off it. Do you want to practice that?
Yeah, again, you wouldn't advise doing this when it's still in the chicken.
No. Okay, can you feel the difference?
Oh, I can, you know.
You can?
Yeah.
Excellent. Now, I'll show you how it's done first of all.
Sure enough.
Just spin the thing so we don't know which one's which. You might want to try another method, which is aura watching. You know, every living creature's got an aura.
Yeah.
Well, if you look across the eggs, you can see the raw one's got a light blue aura.
Yeah.
Okay, so just try
While
that.
we're here, have you seen the aura on Dora the Explorer? Oh, shit. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my wonderful Mr. Guest. Next up, have a look at this story from a zoo in Spain.
This one has some people talking tonight. Gina is a naughty chimp. She lives at a zoo in Spain and apparently is addicted to porn.
That's right, you heard right. There is a lady monkey in Spain who spends all day touching herself watching porn. Did you see what her neighbours thought? Imagine her on a nature documentary, just David Attenborough. Here we see the mighty monkey flicking herself off like a banshee. She's gone through 10 bananas today, but she hasn't eaten any of them. So I know what you're thinking, how does a monkey become addicted to porn?
Somebody was doing some research and put a TV outside of the enclosure. So the TV has a remote, and she would change it to a channel that had adult entertainment on it.
They put a telly outside her cage and she switched it to porn. And apparently she was watching some pretty freaky stuff. Do you know the worst thing? She's been teaching the other monkeys to watch porn. Some people were shocked. This guy didn't mind it.
She's a really good teacher.
Next up, if you think you've got a weird relationship, check this out.
It was love at first sight. His body and then his interior and everything just together just seemed to fit. And I just felt an instant connection.
Nathaniel is in a committed relationship with a car that he's named Chase.
He's in love with his car. He must lose his shit watching Top Gear, just... Look at its hubcaps. Poor car, just sat in the showroom. I tell you what, lads, can't wait to be bought. Driving really fast on motorways, picking up with... There's something in my exhaust pipe. Just a Churchill dog in the back window going, oh no. Poor car! I bet every time he hogs the horn, it just goes, help! Help! That car isn't even red, it's just fucking blushing. Help! Well, I want to know, what's he doing shagging a car? I mean, he's got a female flatmate, for goodness sake.
My initial reaction was, I was kind of shocked.
I'll take the car. The weirdest... How weird can it be? The weirdest part of the story is his confession to his dad.
There's something pretty important I want to talk to you about. All right. I'm just going to come out and say it, I guess. I'm in an intimate relationship with Chase. Sexually and emotionally.
You're in an intimate relationship with your car.
His dad is totally fine. It goes on for 10 minutes, they have a chat. Yeah, cool. Here's how that would have gone down with my old man. Guess what, Dad? I'm shagging the car. You fucking... You've got to be more like your brother. Dad? Yeah, that was my actual brother. Next up, a lovely story about a magical friendship between a boy called Owen and a dog called Hatchie.
These two have a magical connection. Owen and Hatchie are inseparable.
He changed my life. I was scared of strangers before, but now I'm not.
Their bond has been forged through a mutual understanding of what it's like to be different. 7-year-old Owen has a rare genetic condition called Schwartz-Jampel syndrome. It causes severe muscle stiffness.
We believe there's about 25-ish cases in the world. His mobility is poor. He can't walk unaided.
Anatolian Shepherd Hatchie has 3 legs. A previous owner tied him to a railway track and he was hit by a train.
As soon as I saw his face, there was just a connection that I can't describe really, but I just knew that we belonged to him.
Owen knows that Hatchie's different. You know, Hatchie's got this missing leg. He's not perfect. He's not normal. He's not a normal dog.
You can see when you sort of look at them from a distance, there's the sideways glances going on all the time, and they're actually sharing very, very private, intimate moments every few seconds and making sure each one's okay and that they're there for each other. And that is the most moving thing about it.
He's a great dog to me. He's changed my life.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? Thanks very much for watching Good News. Farewell, my chums. Farewell.
You can hear more from Russell as he joins Danny Baker tomorrow morning from 9 a.m. on BBC Radio 5 Live. And more brand new funny on 3 next Tuesday at 10 as Nick Grimshaw hosts our new panel show, Sweat the Small Stuff, making a big deal out of the little things in life, like should I add the milk to the tea before or after I've taken out the tea bag, stuff like that. Up next, it's EastEnders.